All right, so I'm back recording open mats footage. This is February 14th, so it's Valentine's Day 2026. And I am happy that I got some better footage this week, in my opinion, anyways, than I did last week because I feel like last week I roll with a lot of guys kind of in my same realm, guys that I roll with a lot, guys that are close to my age, and I kind of wanted to roll with some of those. I know in the last video, I said I wanted to roll with, it'd be cool to roll with a couple of those young wrestlers that were like 18, 19, because they'd give me some different looks and it'd kind of be a battle of like my athleticism, or excuse me, their athleticism versus, my experience in jiu-jitsu and my age, me trying to slow them down, do different things, maybe put some attacks on them. So this is actually a good video. The dude I'm going against is Renard. I roll with him a lot. I was actually there the first day he walked into the gym, and he got his blue belt pretty fast, probably about just about a year, maybe a little bit less. Actually, maybe a little bit more than a year because um, he got his blue belt. I want to say the week after Thanksgiving, maybe somewhere around there, but it wasn't long ago. And typically, how our roles go is it's a battle of kind of like my age and my experience going against his athleticism. So it kind of started off me going to guard. Now, actually, right now, I have a pretty tight Kimura locked up on his right arm. You can't see it, but I do a good job of like really just sticking with Kimuras from the bottom and holding them pretty tight until I kind of have my opportunity to reverse the position. I don't usually go for finishes, but see, I kind of swept him to that trapped arm. I'll go back real quick and rewind it. So I elevate him with my right foot. I switch this knee shield into a butterfly and I just lift him. And then I turn my body like I'm turning like a big steering wheel. And then see, I'm pretty tight on that. And I just keep it pinned to him so that I can secure a sweep, like if I was in a competition. So from here, I throw my leg over, my left leg kind of over his arm. And a lot of people would stay up on their knees and they would finish the Kimura by taking his arm, putting it behind his back. Kind of my opinion with my experience on that is like, I feel like you got to be like pretty strong and, or significantly stronger than your opponent to really finish it in that manner. And, like, I think he could really fight that. So what I do is I lock up this inverted triangle, on him kind of, and just kind of just trying to hold him here pretty stable until I can pull that bottom leg out, and then I just fight for the traditional armbar. Now I'll be honest, if it were in a competition, he might have been able to escape that. He was in a pretty good spot. I was worried I was going to lose this, but he's in a pretty good spot to hitchhiker with my leg kind of laced with his arm up here. He could have really rolled out pretty easily, and but I think that he kind of learns from talking to those old guys that, you don't want to do anything stupid fighting off subs. So, um, I kind of know from here, after I get the sub, he's really gonna come for me and put the pressure on. And he's gotten to be a very, very adept guard passer. Really understands what he needs to do. You see him there. He's looking to pin my leg with his shin. Using the shin trap on the bottom there. And so now I lock up close guard, just looking to off balance him, use my hips to pull him down. I'm not sure what I was doing if I was trying to go to K guard there, but he actually jumps on my leg and he finished it. I actually told him that if he just stayed belly down, that would have been a real easy finish right here. And then he just kept rolling, and it was still like he still had a good bite. So I was like, all right, let me let go of this, and all right, so we just go ahead and reset, and here we go, grip fighting. He's trying to grab my leg, flatten me back out. I'm trying to get some pretty good grips before I pull him into a guard, and it's kind of good for me to go back and watch this. I've been really trying to get away from going to like different half guard wrestling up stuff and kind of going to more traditional open guard, whether butterfly guard or even going to close guard, but I kind of default to going to half guard a lot, and I think it's probably a habit I need to get out of. I know some of the guys I work with regularly have talked to me about it, so that was actually a good way to switch into close guard. And then I kind of went to this. I've seen this sweep before, and I'm not sure if this is what I was trying to do, but I lock up close guard and I dive under his leg, and I see people roll with that leg, come to standing, and they just keep lifting that leg up, and they kind of get a sweep like that, and I couldn't like really roll, and then once I had his leg, he's able to come up on top of me and elevate over me, and then get me in a turtle position where he's attacking my back here. All right, so um, he's got the seatbelt grip, but I like right now I'm in a pretty good position to escape because he's got his bottom, his choke arm with the arm that's go over the top of my shoulder. It's on the bottom, so I really just need to get this arm and clear it over my head, and then get my back to the mat, and I can start hipping away from him, and going to a guard. But he really knows what he's doing there, so he lifted me back over to the other side, just get back chest to back, and he tries to throw his leg over the shoulder. I'm not sure if he's going for a triangle from the back, but I was able to stand up, create some space, and then just kind of pull him back into a guard. All right, so here he goes, shin trapping and starting. He's got a headlock grip, and let's see. All right, so he's able to knee cut out in the side control, and goes right in the mount. Okay, so that's not good. All right, and that's time. So it was a pretty good match. At least a lot of action, and that's kind of like what I was looking for, because I felt like some of those matches that I had a week ago when I first decided to film some of these open mat stuff, it was kind of a lot of stalling out. I think I was going with some of the bigger guys, and we kind of negated some of our stuff. Couldn't really get a whole lot of attacks going, and I knew Renard was always going to bring a lot of energy. So it's kind of a good matchup to show, because it's kind of like I said earlier, my experience and just kind of age and experience and jiu-jitsu knowledge against his youth athleticism. I think he's more than 20 years younger than me. So it's always a fun match. He's not over the top crazy like you get some of these young guys, but nevertheless, a really good match. So I'm glad for that. All right, I'm going to go on to the next match here. All right, so this is this week's video, 2/14, February 14th, so Valentine's Day, my rolling with Dave. And if you watched my video from last week, you got a pretty good glimpse of his guard passing ability and his top pressure. He did a good job of picking my immediately kind of jumping my guard pull and going right into knee on belly, and it was downhill from there. So I roll with Dave all the time, maybe twice a week for the past like 2 years. So we're very familiar with our games, and you might get some rounds like this where he decides to just go to playing guard and work on some of his guard stuff, and I end up going to the top. So I immediately went to knee on belly, and let's see. So I went to knee on belly, but he was I do this a lot. Like his left arm was, I think, framing on something, and a lot of times they're going to knee on belly. In a competition, I might try to hold it to just accumulate some points. I think you got to hold it for 3 seconds. But I kind of slide off like a baseball slide, and I'm trying to trap his left arm, and then sometimes I might go to north south, and so I do that immediately. He kind of rolls to his side, and I just kind of just try to jump to mount, and it doesn't really work out. He's able to regard, so I gotta kind of start everything over, and but that's good. It's good for situations like that, because then I could just work on my guard passing. Sometimes if you just go to mount and you actually complete the mount, yeah, you can work on holding mount, but not every round is like a competition type round. So here, I'm gonna talk about that real quick. So like one of my favorite passes is a hip turn pass. I can't see with my left arm. I either have to have good control on his head or like an over the top grip. And then this is how Marcelo Garcia, if you watch any of his matches from like 2007 on, he would use this reverse underhook where I'm using my left arm to kind of I got to get his flatten him back to the mats and see I'm kind of using this arm. I should be a little bit more active with it to flatten him out. And I've told people that since people have gotten really good at doing that octopus guard, it's kind of like the new thing. Craig Jones came out with a DVD about it, and it's like the cool thing to do. People have gotten better at defending my hip turn pass, but was able to kind of get something going there. He switches to I wrongfully allowed him to get up to his elbow and get up to turtle, but able to kind of jump up and start to initiate a back take. So here I'm trying to get this hand. I'm trying to seatbelt or wrist ride this hand with my right arm on his right arm to kind of control that. And don't remember if I'm able to control get a good back take control here or not. But he's fighting my right arm. He's probably trying to get this over his head and turn his back to the mat here so he can escape. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. So let's see how this works out. All right, so I basically have two under grips. I can't see what I'm doing now, but I probably try to get my right arm over the top, maybe try to feed a lapel so I can start my attempt at some sort of a sub here. And it looks like at this point I'm kind of losing him off to the side. I might switch over to just going to mount here. And that's what he does. I do, but he's able to slide his knee back in. And all right, so that's so when I switch over when I'm losing the back and I'm switching over to mount. A couple things you have to do. Basically, you keep your hips down and do not allow him to connect his knees to his elbows so that he can escape. Also, my left arm on his right arm, I want to lift his right arm up so that he can't really frame on me and get him off me or get me off of him. Excuse me. And so I kind of do a good job with that. But using that body, he was able to connect his hips, and then we just decided to reset. So he's going back to just being a guard player. He's probably trying to work on some of his guard stuff at this point. I know he's a very, very good guard passer, and I have a lot of trouble when I play guard against him. All right, so hand fighting, hand fighting. And he's working his butterflies on me. I'm trying to either smash both of his knees together on the inside or smash them together here and then pass to the outside. If I smash them together on his side, I would just try to pass over the top. So he gets up to, he's got an underhook on me, which is not good. All right, so he gets a sweep. Just kind of a standard. Hold on, let me go back to that real quick. So he just gets a sweep from, he's not playing like your typical half guard, but it's effectively like a half guard dog fight sweep where he gets the underhook and then he sits out and he pulls my leg with him. He's got good connection with my leg right there, and that helps him kind of wrestle up and complete the sweep. I'm hipping away to kind of create a little bit more space with my guard and immediately go for a Kimura trap. And I was in this position in my match against Renard. He actually closes the distance a little bit better here, and I should be trying to hip away, and I'll do a good job of it. So he actually closes the distance and goes into a pass. I'm going to kind of reset a guard, but I'm going to go back and repeat that. So I got the grip. he's just putting a lot of pressure here, using this to kind of pull me up, and turns the corner on that, and I have to basically like let that go. I should have been hipping out, getting my butt back towards the camera to create more space on that, and to also make my Kimura grip a lot stronger. All right, so he back steps, and I'm kind of in a situation where I'm like looking to go up and do a bump sweep, and we're kind of back to this same spot where I'm locked up. And he knew it was just about time. So good roll. A few different cool spots that we got to. All right, can jump on to the next one. All right, so next video I'm rolling with Ron, good friend of mine. Trained with him on average, just like the Ron with Dave I mentioned, on average twice a week for the last, I don't know, 2 years or so. So he's a purple belt also. I think I'm coming up on 3 years. I got my purple belt on March 31st of 2023. So I'm a month away from 3 years. And yeah, with my I'm a truck driver, so with my driving schedule, I could really only train typically Thursday nights, Fridays, Saturday morning open mats, and then a lot of times I'll find somewhere to train on a Sunday. It just depends on how I feel. All right, so I'm kind of going to a half guard position. I really gotta force myself to break this habit. I've been trying to work on some different things, but all right. So I'm just looking to frame on his shoulder, keep him away from me, and he does this 360 move that was actually one of the smoother ones. So you saw in the background, Casey walked by. He was probably laughing at Ron hitting that on me because all right. So he's in side control. I'm looking to just get some frames in, see what he kind of just weighing him out, see what he does. He switches top spins over the top, and I kind of get up, able to let him get the seatbelt and start to work a back attack. So let's go back and see exactly how I could have done something different here. So I go to my side. I give him kind of this this hook grip here, and he top spins over. Let's see, like right around here. I probably honestly shouldn't turn away from him. I should turn towards him and get my knees back in and retain guard. Um, so I was able to allow him to get to the seatbelt grip, and I kind of knew I made a mistake there. So let's see what happens here. All right, so he's going knee on belly again. I should just be looking to turn towards him, but he might be doing a good job of not allowing me with that grip that he has, and using his chest as a rolling pin to keep me flat and looking around that way. So he is very, very strong. All right, so again, I think he's kind of just riding me at this point, and probably looking for an opportunity to get some hooks in, but he's doing a good job wrist riding me and keeping those wrist tights. Now he's slides in his right arm, and oh, okay, so that's actually really good. Gets me the rear naked choke. So he slides in his right arm here and gets it under, and he sinks in a choke even before he has his hooks. So actually, it's funny because right behind Chris here with the green gi, he's actually said that to me before. That he's like, a lot of times when you got somebody's back, or you're looking for a sub, and you're looking for total control before you go for that sub. Like once you get the hooks in, then everyone knows, like, oh man, you got to defend a choke. You can't let them get under your neck. But he's like, sometimes, before you even get the hooks in, just try to go under their neck and go for a sub, even without having that complete control, because they don't expect it. So that is actually probably, 'cause I feel like, and everyone, nobody's always completely objective when they're talking about themselves, but I feel like I do a good job of fighting hands when somebody has my back, and he was able to slide it under pretty good, so he really caught me off guard and gets a rear naked choke. So that was good stuff right there from Ron. All right, so we start over, reset. All right, so I pull him in the guard. We're looking to set up maybe a Choi bar on this side, get a Kimura grip. And okay, so I roll him, get a pretty good Kimura grip. I roll him. Now I'm looking to, yeah, shit, I'm kicking this foot off to clear my foot. Because as long as he has my foot trapped, I'm kind of stuck there. So, okay, so I actually switched from the Kimura to I'm going to a triangle choke here from the back. And I know from experience, the only person I know that finishes this at like 100% rate is Tammy Musamesi, the world champion. She trains here a lot with us. Everyone in this gym, she's probably rolled numerous times. And I think that her calves are so thin and her feet are so small that like her leg just fits in at the neck and she's able to choke people. So let me go back and kind of break down the setup. So I'm here and got the Kimura grip, pretty good grip, and I'm trying to kick his leg away to free the leg. And when I do, all right, so I think right now I let go of the grip, but I know I'm trying to reach up and I'm trying to open up his elbow right here so I can slide the triangle from the back. There it is right there. Open the elbow, grab my own shin and make it tighter, and then like lock up this triangle. So unfortunately it's not really choking him just because of the configuration of like my legs. Like it's not comfortable, but it's not really like a really good choke right there. And what I'm trying to do is the double attack, trying to open his elbow and work an Americana grip, or even go to a classic armbar. But he knows like what I'm trying to do, so he's just staying as tight as possible, and he's trying to turn back into me. So I don't know if it was the smartest idea to turn over on this side or if I should just stayed on that side. But I'm trying to fight that arm and get an Americana. All right, so not much success as far as going for that Americana. I open a triangle. Maybe I'm just trying to get it tighter here and lock it back up. But he actually does something interesting there. When I got it tighter, when I tried to get it tighter, he brought his arm down and kind of stopped it. And he's turned on his belly here. So really, it's no longer a triangle from the back. It's kind of on the sides, makes it an awkward bite from here, and I think that he's just able to get up, and I kind of abandoned that. All right, so he does his spin move again, and he's up in a Kimura grip, and looks like he's just switching it to an armbar. Uh-oh. All right, so that's pretty good stuff there at the end from him. Immediately, once he gets out of that, comes up, switches, got his knee kind of pinning my left arm down there, and then switches to an armbar. Once he breaks my grip and has that foot in there, I pretty much know it's over and just tap out. So that's good stuff from him. That rear naked choke was real nice. I don't remember if he's ever got me with a rear naked choke before. I know he's armbarred me and he's got a pretty good strong Kimura. So that's some pretty good stuff there from him and good material. My triangle, I mean, I really got to get good at finishing these subs. Yeah, I know in tournaments, I've won all of my matches by points. Every match I won, I've been able to pass guard and get sweeps from the bottom when I pull guard. So I have never once won by sub, so I need to get tighter with these sub attempts and get better at my finishing. But that's a good video, good stuff.
Control. He's winning the battle from the beginning because he's not just grabbing grips to like take down or whatever, right? He's using his grips as entry points to the next thing. So when he lands in half guard, side control, he already has grip and positional dominance. From the beginning.
Okay.
So like gi, no gi, doesn't matter. So just say like we're hand fighting, we're going boom, 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 boom. Who has grip dominance? Go. Who has grip dominance? Keep going. You see that's like, why are you fucking fighting grips? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm trying to establish control by
So do that.
grips.
Now what? Feel the difference? Now go. See? Go back. That you had grip dominance, you have your entry. Go again.
I like how you, every time, and I just did.
All right, so this final round, I believe I'm doing today. So I'm going against OG Chris, and actually, it's kind of funny. Last week I rolled with him with a gi on in my older video, and we're doing no gi. He doesn't have much different game. Like when he has a gi on, he's not really gonna do anything crazy like spider guard or lasso guard. He's pretty much playing the same type of guards. We actually rolled like 4 rounds yesterday. There was only 3 of us that showed up to the Friday morning open mats, and ironically, this is the day after Mikey went against that guy Shea Montague on UFC BJJ, and ironically, like Mikey showed up, and he was helping out a friend of his get ready for a tournament, but Mikey showed up and rolled with some of the guys, so that was cool. Shows you kind of the work ethic that dude has. Trains after he wins defends his belt. So, all right, let me kind of went into a segue there. So, Chris, this is Chris, OG Chris, controlling my head. I looked to immediately pass, and he's got his foot on my knee, and I've been kind of playing with this pass. I thought it was pretty dope online, but it was this surfer pass. This is like a variation of it. So usually they post their hand and they jump up with their left knee and kind of try to like go knee on belly, flare out their right leg, and I think I was trying to like set something like that up, but wasn't the exact same thing. So he got me. I'm very careful about when he gets into some of these positions. He's looking to create some momentum and roll me. So a lot of times what I would do when I was going against him, and he's gotten like very wise to this. So you see he's just kind of creating some momentum. He has rolled me over from this position before, so I'm looking to get my head free, and that elbow and shin on his hip, or excuse me, elbow and forearm on his hip, kind of pushing away. I've learned my lesson of letting my arm slide across his body, where he's rolled me over. So let's see this position right about here, whenever it comes up. All right, so now let him turn the corner on me, start to come up. He's going to start passing. He's got some of the heaviest top pressure for sure. Really knows how to manipulate his body, really knows how to use his body to frame. So I was looking to elevate him here with my butterflies, and I was thinking about sweeping over the top. I couldn't. A lot of what I couldn't do, why I couldn't get this sweep, was he was like very strong. He knows that I'm trying to smash down on his head right here to get some exposure on his shoulder blade to where I can sweep him. And he's lifting his head, and he's using his hand that kind of post, and not allowing me to push his head down so I can get this sweep over the top. I felt like I was pretty close. but didn't work. So come up on my side. So maybe going for a trying to get a Kimura grip, which is probably not the best thing against him. All right, so he's just looking to flatten me out and and then progress to next position, whether it be mount or whatever he's going for here. So didn't realize I had the volume on there. All right, so this is what he does. He makes it so uncomfortable for you that out of desperation you just try to escape, and then in your escape, like he finds a sub. So I was just doing anything I could just to escape this crossface right here. Is crossface from hell, and and me pushing him and then turning, he just slides in the rear naked choke, and he doesn't even have that. He doesn't even have the hooks in. So I was actually, if I put the video with where I went against Ron in first, then you'll kind of understand this. But I was mentioning in that my video with Ron that Chris had told me before that, you know, sometimes like I'm fixated on position so much, but you can find a sub before you even secure the position, because the you know, here I am like thinking like, oh, I don't want to give him hooks, and I want to get, you know, a complete back to chest to back connection and a really strong back control, but he just slides in his arm, and he gets the arm under before he even, you know, is real stabilized position. But what he mentioned makes a lot of sense. Once he stabilizes a position, then everyone knows exactly what he's going for. So when he stabilizes the position, I know to fight the hands and not let him get under my chin. But before, like at that point, I didn't even know he was going to go for a rear naked choke. But he was just able to slide under. So he's been a black belt for over 20 years now. And all right, so he tries to roll me, able to get up and defend it, swing to the back. I tried to set up a crucifix, so I couldn't connect. I couldn't trap his arm. One thing I noticed, I mean, I've probably rolled with Chris more than anybody else I've ever rolled with. So like a lot of times he'll come up and he posts his hand here to try to lift himself. And there was a time when I was able to kind of scoop this arm up and get a crucifix, and he kind of knows I like going for that. And you know, he hides his hand immediately and is able to come up. So kind of back to him playing in a seated guard position, and goes immediately for head control, which is a strong position for him. Is able to get me to bail out and roll over. And I'm back to playing some guard. And he's back to using his hips to smash my knee shield. And just putting his weight on me. Turning his hips, smashing my knee shield. It's going to progress to side control. Yeah. All right, so he's looking to go to mount. I lift up my knee to kind of block the mount. He switches, goes to like knee on belly, and oh, so he must have slid in another choke here. So let's see, traps. So I bring up my knee to block his mount attempt. And then he turns uses his hand to stop my knee from coming back and connecting with my upper body. And then he slides his knee in that spot that he created, and is just able to go to mount. Then he just immediately, once I felt him going to mount, I tried to roll the opposite direction. He got his arm underneath my neck. So, you know what? Let's see what he's saying right here. Yeah. So he told me, forced me to turn into it. So, yeah. All right. So let's see now. Locks up half guard control on my leg. I'm kind of just trying to keep my knee from being trapped. So if I can get my left knee kind of over his hip, I could start to work some sort of a pass. Ideally, I'd like to get this over underhook with my left arm, but he knows, he's not gonna try. He's not gonna allow me to get that real easy. So I go to try to back step. So this is an interesting position to talk about because I used to do this a lot. I mean, it's not gonna work against most people, but I know Marcelo Garcia used to do this, and a lot of times he would back step and then he'd kind of like shed the grips and then he'd jump back over to the other side. I kind of backstep and I do this reverse hip turn pass. And as long as I can get this underhook here, even though it's the opposite leg that he has trapped, if I got this underhook here, I feel relatively safe. I'm going to use my right knee leg against his leg as a wedge, and I'm going to try to pull this one out using this underhook also to stabilize. And it's not a position I've been to in a while, but I've had some success for it. So now he gets the underhook and he connects my legs together. So now I'm in a bad position. I mess up that hole. But against other people, people in my division, I might be able to catch that. It's a position I used to go to a lot. So, all right. So not in good position here. He's got an underhook, controlling my left leg. All right. So able to just get a half guard dogfight sweep, and now he's in a good position. He's working his way up, just looking to keep his weight down on me, control me, and then he's probably going to pass right in the mount right here. Oh, jumps over, comes back. All right, so pretty good frame, leg frame right here with this butterfly, just keeping the distance and keep him from really getting his weight forward on me. And there might come a point where he puts enough tension on that I might just abandon that completely. Clock ran out, but I could see there being a point where he puts enough tension on this right knee where I'm like, all right, I'm not comfortable here. I don't want to tear an MCL or something like that, and I just bail out. But as right now, it's a pretty good frame for me. All right, so time runs out, and yeah, so good stuff. Good roll again. That's OG Chris. He's been a black belt longer than all of us in this gym's been training. So yeah, good stuff.